to the
The
left.
mic's not on. My bad. I turned it off. There's a button at the top. Okay.
Green, is that better?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so again, it's called Keep Calm, Tech On, and over here on the left is where I've created posts just to be able to organize what I'm posting or where teachers are posting, or when teachers are planning, it gives them an easier way. If they're looking for some kind of math websites, then that way they can just go to the Math Online, for example, and just see what's been posted there. So for example, last time we had learned about the Math Train, and so that's posted there, and then the link's already there for them to go straight to the Math Train TV. I try to give them a little bit of blurb about what it is, so they can have an idea of what it is, and then the Wolfram Alpha, for example, is right here with the link to that. You can go right here and just see all the posts that have been posted, or again, you can go to the different categories. So social studies online, a website that I shared was that front news pages that we had learned about, where you can see the cover of the newspaper from around the world, and talked about getting that global perspective for the kids analyzing what's going on all over. So then if we go, I specifically wanted to show the videos of students taking tests together. So here is the videos. So what we did is a teacher went ahead, we went back on campus, and this was one of the things that we wanted to turn around the soonest. And so one of our teachers that had attended last time turned this around on campus and then videoed it and then shared it with our staff. We try to do our faculty meetings as faculty PD, and we try to save, all the housekeeping things for either an email or just on paper, and then really use our faculty meetings for PD. So anyways, this was one of the things that was shared, and here's one of the videos. These are third graders.
You want to go to the beach, but some days this week is not a good, have good weather. Which day would be a good day to stay home? F, Friday, G, Tuesday, H, Tuesday, J, Monday.
I think it would be Tuesday.
Yeah, me too, but it's 50% chance of rain, it's 50% not chance of rain, but it's 95. Plus, yeah. Probably about 70%. 37%.
So it would be Tuesday.
Yeah.
Was that going on all around the room?
Yes, so the kids were all working in groups, and they were all taking the test, but just working in their partners or in their small groups. Yeah. So not to share any information about these students, but if you knew a little bit more about one of these students, this would be amazing for you to see the level of engagement that the student was having. So you could see that they were really validating. They were going back into the text, and the boy there was saying, yeah, I agree because, and was pulling out specific information. So really higher level thinking going on. And then, let's see, this was one other video.
Peter and Anita's rain gauge had this reading. How much did it rain? F, a little more than an inch. G, less than an inch. Or H, about an inch. Or J, 2 inches. I think it's a little more than an inch. So look at it. Well, I one bar up. I think it's an inch because see how it's a little bit more than the 1 feet. You agree on that? Yes.
So you can see you're going to have to really work with the kids, especially at that age, on letting everybody's voices be heard and let everybody, so the teacher was able to later then interject with that group and be able to teach them a little bit more about they're not just being the one leader there. But she was proving her point as to, well, no, see, it's a little bit more. The other student never even noticed that. So we know what research says about students learning from students, and the teachers are saying as they're walking around monitoring their kids through this process, their kids are walking away with a lot more information than when they originally took the test, and that's the ultimate goal there. So anyways, that's pretty much what we've got going on. I'm really encouraged. Again, we just got this up and running. So today, it's so quick and easy as Alan's been sharing some stuff with us. I've already posted, try out curricula, tell us how you use this. I put up the PRISM one, tool for collaborative interpretation of text, and really encouraging them to share how they're implementing it in the classroom, because we know that teachers always tweak and make it their own. And we have one of the I'm sharing blogs, so Miss Cassidy's blog, I've put that up there so that they have access to that blog. And then we have someone that is coming in to our school and working with our teachers. This is Abby Brady, and so where she's sharing stuff, I'm trying to put this on here to remind teachers as they're going to planning. And the next step is during our PLCs is for whoever's leading the PLC to let's remind teachers, let's go to this while we're doing some planning and let's take a look and see if there's anything new and innovative or some websites that we can incorporate right there while we're planning. So I'm going to ask them to start putting this little piece, spending about 10 minutes looking over this during their planning time in PLCs so that they can either share right then and there while they're in the PLC or they can find stuff that they want.
Wow. So do you have a trick? Obviously the teacher did it. So how did that conversation go? Because getting it started is the hard part. Did they just say, yes, I'm going to do this? Or
we have some really amazing teachers. Yeah.
They just said yes.
Yeah. They're up for new ideas. They're out-of-the-box thinkers. They're always willing to try new things. They're coming to us with new things that they're trying. And so that's been something, like, for example, when they were sharing that in PD, a couple other teachers started saying, oh yeah, I'm doing this, oh I'm doing that, I'm using this website. And I was like, we've got to have a way that we can efficiently share this information with one another. So that's kind of part of the reason that this came to light is each of our teachers has amazing things that they're doing, and if teachers don't have the ability to be in one another's classrooms during the school day, they're not necessarily hearing about it. So hopefully they'll start hearing and talking with each other about it through this.
Well, that sounds like there was an earlier question. You obviously have a culture that values innovation. And all schools aren't like that. So do you have any hot tips for creating a culture where you can bring back any idea that?
You know, you're right. It's a culture, and I think it starts from the top and trickles down. So I think it's what you're pushing on your campus through, you know, either the faculty meetings or the PLC. And it's not that this necessarily happens, you know, overnight, but when you stay consistent with these philosophies, because you'll have some people that it is a little bit of a mind shift, but when you're sharing with the impact it's having on student success, that's where the other ones that are a little more reluctant are like, oh, maybe I should try that, you know. So, and I think we try to share as much as we can about the cool things that we're seeing in classrooms. We have a board in our lounge. Last month it was Turkey Talk. This month it's Look Who's Talking Now with a picture of Santa. And we'll take pictures of stuff in classrooms and then we print them off and put them on that board so teachers can look at that board on the lounge to maybe see some stuff in classrooms that they want to look at, and then they can go to that classroom or ask that teacher questions. So.
You know, in our work, if we're working in a really big district, lots of schools that have the same stuff, we'll notice it doesn't matter that it's the same stuff. Different schools are doing different levels, but all with the same stuff. So then we got to figure out what's the difference between, if it's not the stuff. It's almost always the principal or the assistant principal is role modeling the use of the tool in their own leadership work. So I wonder, you're not going to probably comment on that, but I think because you are using the tools for leadership, you are role modeling, so you don't tell people what to do as much as you're walking your own talk. Is that? Yeah,
so when we have PD or faculty meetings, we try to use on a daily basis what it is that we're wanting them to use.
Right.
So we try to teach teachers the same way we want them teaching their students. It's all the same thing. And then I think the more that we allow teachers to be able to teach other teachers, so that's what we want our teachers teaching other teachers. So at that PD, at the faculty PD, I wasn't the one presenting that concept of having their students take the tests together. I had a teacher who had been here and then had another teacher that was also doing it with her. They presented to the staff so that it was coming from them as teachers teaching teachers.
Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't me going up there and teaching them about it. I wanted teachers who were using it and teachers teaching teachers. So we have I feel like a culture on our campus of we're constantly pushing teachers to teach other teachers. Yeah, and even sometimes it's our teachers with some weaknesses in areas, and that's how we get them to grow, is then they're challenged with putting on PD, so they go out and access the knowledge that they need. We monitor them along the way as they're preparing for that PD to make sure they have the tools that they need, and then they turn around this amazing PD, and of course they're using it in their class, so then they've grown in confidence and then with what they're implementing in their classroom. So I think a lot of it is having your teachers teach your teachers.
Teachers teaching teachers. Yeah, well done.